I flew to England for one of the most exotic car events in the world, Salon Privé. And the cars were outstanding. 3 250 GTOs, a McLaren F1 GTR Longtail and many more. Enjoy this beautiful trip to the countryside of England. It was very early in the morning, and shortly after our arrival, I immediately checked out some cars. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. You can help me a lot with it.
So starting over here, we have the green collection, starting with the Carrera GT. Over here we have an SVJ63 Roadster, I believe. Yes, it is a Roadster, so only 63 units were made of the SVJ63. We have some old things, which is not really my thing. I am really into the classic stuff, but not the pre-war things. I mean, I like them and I really appreciate them. I think they are also worth a lot of money, but it's not really my thing. Things like these are just amazing to see. The Aston Martin Valiant, which is the track version of the Aston Martin Valor. I believe only 30 or so were made of this car. The track version of the Valor, which is also over there, but I will show that in a bit, with an SF90 Inverter Francesca, I believe. We also have a stunning A12 Competizione Aperta over here, and next to it a Daytona SP3. I believe this is for the Jewel. Beautiful spec. Look at that color in the sun. I think this is one of the best recent colors Ferrari launched. Gold wheels with it, matching really good. Stunning spec. Very lovely. We also have a very bespoke McLaren Mercedes SLR from the MSO McLaren Special Operations, of course in green from the green collection. Not to forget a Koenigsegg CCR, an older Koenigsegg, but there are a lot of Koenigseggs present, so I will show you some Jescos and Regeras and even Ageras in a bit, but let's just appreciate the old art from Christian. And next to that we've got the revival project of the CX75, which you might know from the James Bond movie Spectre. Jaguar just needs to continue making these kind of cars. It's actually been revived, so it's not official from Jaguar yet, but I hope they still will go on with this car, because what a stunning design this car has. Always been a huge fan of this car, and I think they really need to continue building these kind of things instead of those ugly things which they have done over the last year. Also, last but not least, one of many McLaren Sennas finished in the Brazilian flag for Ayrton Senna, of course. Also Senna on the spoiler, and on this side you can see the silhouette of Ayrton Senna in the car. Over here at the Palace, a lovely Maserati MC20 finished in blue Infinito. I really want to drive this car one day, because I am so much in love with the design. Lamborghini has also brought some very colorful cars. And over here we have the Holy Grail Ferrari, the Ferrari 250 GTO, chassis number 4491 from Nick Mason, which is a drummer. He bought it in 1963, I believe, for around $7,000. And nowadays this might be worth 70 million pounds. We mainly came for the 250 GTOs because over here we have another series one. Only 33 were made, and this one is from David Piper, chassis number 3757. Really tasteful color combination, the green with the yellow. And over here we have a Ferrari 250 GTO Series 2. Only 3 were made of these one, but they are less worth than the Series 1 and less beautiful in my opinion. A Porsche 992 GT3 RS in Viola next to a Ferrari A12 Competizione Aperta. Yes, another one. There are a lot of Competiziones over here, and this is something in brown or something like that. I really don't like brown on a car. I mean, how could you do that? Well, this is something really special over here. 10 Bugatti Veyrons together, all type of stuff, Grand Sport, Vitesses, even a WRE over there, which is really recognizable from the matte black color and the orange accents. I mean, there are a lot. Also special variants, as I already said. I mean, pick a color and they will probably have it. Also over there, McLaren F1 GTR Longtail. I've also seen that one on a Hampton Court already. The regular one is already really special, but then you have the Longtail, which is of course the race variant. It has a license plate. I think this is drivable at the regular road, which is quite insane. It is really special to see it over here again. Of course, a approximately 7 million LaFerrari Aperta next to a Koenigsegg Agera, next to a Daytona SP3, next to a red Koenigsegg Jesko, because yes, another Jesko. We also got a very uniquely spec'd Bugatti Chiron. I believe this is a sport or a regular one. No, it is a regular one. A really special spec, not very beautiful in my opinion, next to a McLaren Senna, next to the McLaren P1 from Lando Norris. It is fully exposed carbon fiber, and in the interior you have the initials of Lando Norris. We also got Lamborghini stand over here with the brand new Temerario, their new V8, which sounds like a superbike. It is just ridiculous how good this car sounds. And in person it is better than I've seen on pictures, because I was a bit skeptical about their new design, but I think it looks really good, especially in the green color. But I would love to see these cars on the road in very different specs. But I'd still rather choose a brand new Revuelto, a V12, just much better than a V8 in my opinion. And yes, another Jesko. Of course surrounded by some friends, Agera and the CCX.
I haven't seen a Jesko before, and now I see 4 on one day.
Also got the Corvette C8, which I have actually driven yesterday on Circuit Solder.
I believe their video is already out. But I've driven it on track and I really like
this car. Honestly, one of the best cars at the moment you can buy with the V8 in an American supercar style. And of course we got another Koenigsegg, an Agera RST. This thing looks absolutely awesome. It's a bit identical to the 1.1, especially with the big wing. Of course the 1.1 stands for 1:1 weight ratio, 1360 horsepower and 1360 kilograms, which is basically 1 megawatt. But it's just an Agera, or just an Agera. Actually the same color as the Jesko, which is inside, I believe. And we also got a green Miura over here. I think green looks absolutely stunning. I believe this is an S. Yes, it is P400S. I love the Miura. Also this one is equipped with the eyelashes, which Ferruccio Lamborghini personally stopped later in the production. So this is actually quite a rare Lamborghini Miura.
There are just so much good cars over here, I just don't know where to look. But we have a lot more.
We also got the Bentley Bouture convertible over here, only 16 were made, costing £2 million each. We could already see at the launch of this car, which was years ago, that this will be the new design of the Bentley Continental GT, and it really was. Finished in a very lovely green color if you look very closely. Also boats or helicopter, just name it, and they have it over here.
I just don't really feel like being here between all these rich people, but there are a lot of great cars, so let me show you the rest of it.
Another Ferrari LaFerrari, man, this car is just so timeless. Launched in 2013 and still one of the best designs Ferrari has ever made. Arguably the best Ferrari ever made. 6.3 liter V12, 963 horsepower. There's just nothing like it. Again, a 812 Competizione. Great lineup from Simon Furlonger. Never disappoints. Really like the EB110 Bugatti. One of my favorite Lamborghinis ever made, the Murcielago SV. They wanted to produce 350 units of this car, but they ended up building around 186, which is the familiar number, but some people claim that there are even less than that. Just look at this car, 670 horsepower, 6.5 liter. The design of a fighter jet. Also very cool Batman spec on this car. SVJ in a very familiar spec. I believe this owner first had a Lamborghini SV next to another SVJ finished in black. A bit boring. I like the orange style more. Just look at this color popping in the sun. And of course we got the OG, the Lamborghini Countach 5000 Quadrifold.
Which actually reminds me of the time that I could drive with Mario in his Countach 25 years anniversary, which I've also uploaded earlier before my channel.
Got a very cool 980 Spider in a Martini livery, another P1, another Senna, a 675 LT, 765 LT, a 620R, which is also limited one of 225, and just a regular 600 LT. A real cool lineup of McLarens, which are a lot over here. Quite cool to see over here the Maserati MC Extrema, which is their race monster for the track. Obviously not race legal, but look at this wing. A stunning dark blue Aston Martin 177. I saw this one 2 years ago exactly here. Obviously 77 units were made of this car. car with a 6-liter V12, basically the same engine as the Pagani Zonda. And of course, yet again, A12 Competizione, A12 Competizione Aperta, and another A12 Competizione Aperta, finished in Giallo Triplo Strato. Look at that color in the sun, one of my favorite colors from Ferrari. That's not a regular side, a McLaren Elva with a windshield, but the color is very lovely though. But I don't like the red interior. I think the Elva has something special, and I think it is a really cool car and compared to the Monza SP2 from Ferrari. Talking about good colors, look at this 765 LT. Stunning paint job, and this one too. These cars really pop in the sun. And yes, let's finish off the big five with a Ferrari Enzo. Finishing Rossa Corsa. Still need to show the F50, which is inside. The 288 GTO is on that side over there. And we also got a stunning Pagani Huayra finished in white.
You can survive with it a week, but I mean a weekend.
Yeah.
I mean it's the weekend car.
Not many cars that I like in white, but I like the Panda effect that this car gives. Look at the titanium axles, by the way. Alright, your Pagani makes art just like Christian for Koenigsegg.
And on the inside we have yet another Bugatti Veyron and the Pagani Zonda 760 Viola, which crashed on the highway. Of course, it is now rebuilt. And a Pagani Huayra BC Di Benicaiola. But when we walk over here, we have the brand new McLaren W1 fresh from the factory. This will be the new hypercar of McLaren. I still don't know what to think of the car. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Yes, look what we got over here, the Ferrari 288 GTO, parked in the helicopter field. Perfect. Well, that doesn't look really promising. At least we are very lucky to have the weather on our side. But now everyone is hiding inside and I am out there in the rain on my own next to these 3 250 GTOs in a row.